Finals are going to be beginning. We're going to have Armbrows versus Insecure. This is going to be a hype match. Boys, strap in. All right. FTP already is going to be the final.
Zerker sub.
Oh, is there going to be Colin? Oh, I actually think this is a really good decision. Really, really good decision. FTP is going to try to go for the vacuum there. Really good timing on his iframe. Colin's going to manage to get out just in time. Devastation is going to pop the slow. FTP intentionally iframes just in time to avoid the slow right there. So really, really good timing. You're going to have a little bit of a ball fight in the middle. Needs to be careful. The Mystic slows. It seems like it ended up landing over onto Pruum. Pruum now is going to have to try and space this away just for a little bit, trying to buy some time. You can see he's already spacing back. Meanwhile, Aviel is pressuring him a little bit off camera, but as you can see, there he is. So Pruum is going to get behind the pillar right here, going to drop his vacuum, he's going to pull them back in. Every single time he does that, he gets about 10% back on his meter, and he's trying to build up his... Ooh, you're going to have a grab coming out from Colin P right here. I'm not too sure he got the grab on. It's going to be on Aviel. You're going to have a follow-up peel coming out from FTP, though, and he's going to end up getting a secondary CC from Aviel on the wake-up as well. So that's going to be a complete mitigation onto that connection coming out from Colin, which is going to be pretty rough for the Zerker. I don't think that the Zerker is going to have an easy time getting any kind of grabs right here, especially if it's not onto FTP. And here now comes out the Z buff coming out from Pruum. You're going to see a really fast engage from the opposite side of the map right here. Aviel will most likely be the primary target. Looks like they want to go on a Leduc, getting a little bit of damage on him. Might be a Misty Haze. He's already down to about 50%. That chip and that poke coming out is really huge, but Pruum gets caught in the middle of the neutral, and Colin gets a grab at the same timing, which is not good. He took a lot of damage right there. Ooh, and was forced to V because he was coming on his grab, and he's going to get snipped on the same timing. Staggered CCs, staggered Vs. It's the worst case scenario. FTP and Aviel pull it out for a really, really clean round right there. You can see they didn't really panic. There wasn't really any moment of like, oh, this is going bad for them at all. And the one moment where Colin got a grab onto Aviel, FTP immediately got a peel follow-up on the same timing. That is just, that's as good as it gets.
The timing could have not been any worse. We had the Zerker come straight out of their V and then get a grab at that same time. NW got CC'd, and you saw like everything just fell apart instantly. Things were not going too well, but then everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. I think that there was an opportunity there where maybe they could have brought it back if they could have capitalized off of that grab, but it's just worst case scenario when your teammate has to V and all you're left with is a shy. And meanwhile, this guy's in your hands, you're taking more damage than he is because no one's there to damage him, and it just fell apart. Like, especially with the sniff at the end, there was no chance. They were in the grave.
With the second round starting up, we're gonna have to see what Pruum and Colin want to turn around here. Colin, I've seen him in a lot of tournaments in the past. He has been on Awakening. This time around, he's on Succession, and it seems like he's getting grabs, but the timings are just not there on when they need them to be. Aviel's gonna go for a fast engage right here. He tried to go for a stiffened connection onto Pruum. Pruum just challenging it with his super armor. Is not gonna have any kind of CC. Dropping his vacuums once again. Every single movement you see him doing here, it is intentional. He's trying to build up as much Excel as possible, and there's Excel now popping it in. Colin's gonna manage to get the first grab going off right here. Sakes is trying to pop a bubble. He's gonna manage to pop a little bit of a bongo. He's gonna have a decent amount of peel, but the damage is just not there. The effects are pretty high. I'm not gonna lie on the stream. I could barely see what's going on, but so he gets bursted down to about 20%. He gets a massive disengage off, heals straight to 50%. Using that Megu heal, he can heal about 50% of his HP bar on a 30-second or so cooldown. So every single time he disengages, he's gonna be right back into the fight. It will be extremely hard for Colin and Pruum to keep this fight going on. Vacuum came out from the Mystic. You're not going to have any kind of secondary follow-up. You're going to also have a vacuum coming out from the Nova. So everyone kind of stuck in the middle of that ball right there. They're going to take that as a chance to disengage. Now Colin going right there. Goes for the claw swipes. Went for the weakling hunt follow-up. Could have gotten punished, but no punish behind the frontal guard. Looks like Aviel decided to disengage on the same timing. Backing up right here. There's the Magnus. FTP sees a free window right there. He went Magnus into the SA extension. It's just the freest grab for him. They're going to go for the damage follow-up right now. Aviel's taking a little bit of poke right there. It seems like Pruum's staying on top of him and sticking to him really, really well, but Pruum ended up taking a lot of damage from the SA trades. Down about 50%. Colin gets caught by the shy. Sakes is doing the magic that he needs to, and as a result of Sakes CC, they get a follow-up and get him down to 30% instantly. That is the magic of Sakes. He gets you a catch. He's not only just there to be a buff bot. You're gonna have a fight a little bit over the corner right here. Colin now with no V available and no E-buff, and on top of that, he's gonna get caught during his weakling hunt. He greeted a little bit. The Mega's there with the SA float for the follow-up. You cannot use any kind of frontal guards when a Mega is on top of you. It ends up getting punished. Pruum technically can still pull this out. I'm not sure if he has Z buff available though. Pops that S block right there. Needs to be careful. Try to go for the slow. He's going to manage to get one tick. Aviel came in with a float. Is not going to manage to get the CC though. Leduc now set to survive 1v3 on his own against these three. If he wants to, technically he could stall, but they could definitely kill Leduc whenever they want. 40 seconds left on the clock. Looks like they might want to just play this slow. There's a grab coming out on Leduc. FTP technically only has one grab on Awakening Mystic, so he's not going to have a secondary follow-up to follow up with that vacuum. 30 seconds left right here. He's going to manage to get a vacuum onto 2, Pruim. Seems like the Megu managed to jump out just in time. FTP is going to pop his PA right there. Massive damage rate coming out. Finally, Pruim gets caught, forced to V. 20 seconds left. He's going to go behind the wall on the pillar. Sakes with the boomerang. Oh my god, this guy knows what he's doing. Yeah. And I'm not too sure if Shy still has the tech, but you used to have a tech where you could sniff people using like the lighthouse or something like that. They might have patched it, but regardless, 2-0.
People ask how Shies can have such a skill difference from one to the other, but that we just saw it live in action. Sykes completely got both of those kills. He managed to get the original CC on Kael'thi, or not Kael'thi, but the Colin in order to get that first kill, and then he also got the sniff at the end in order to get that kill. He is more than just a buff bot. Just in this round alone, I swear, he's probably had more impact than most Shies in the entire tournament that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. And this is just like why, if you're looking for a Shy for any tournament, every single person is messaging Sakes. He has free reign to pick any team that he wants. Vacuum's going to be coming out right here. FTP try to go for the grab. Really good timing coming out from Colin right there. It is not easy to avoid a Mystic grab while you're in his vacuum, but Colin timed it perfectly. But he did not time his weakling hunt perfectly. He's going to get caught behind the frontal guard from Aviel. Unfortunately, no damage really. And he dashes, and then he gets a grab. Aviel's going to be on the ground. He looks like he wants to go for a KD. Oh, the bubble. Wait, no. I'm not too sure what he popped, but Sakes is not going to manage to get the peel off. 50%. He's going to manage to stand up, though. It seemed like he got down smashed because that stand-up timer was immediate. I thought Sakes came in and immediately popped a bubble, but I think he was just popping his heel there. And we're going to have a little bit of a reset right here. So now Colin's going to be the first one on the ground. Spiral Cannon ends up hitting him off of FTP. It's going to be a down smash, though, so it's going to be an immediate stand-up. FTP is going to get his reset, pops his attack speed buff. Colin comes back in. It's going to be a grab onto Sakes, though. He's going to be forced to drop it. FTP, in the meanwhile, is going to drop 2 or 3 slows onto him. So now Colin, for the next few seconds, needs to be careful. You can already see his Lava Piercer going a little bit slower. FTP is trying to go for the punish, and he looks for it. This is what I'm talking about. This guy knows what he's doing. I hit 1 slow on you. I burn out your stamina, and I go for the grab on the secondary follow-up. Colin, now forced to be, goes out into the corner, gets sniffed out on top of it as well. Aviel's there for the bomb. The damage is just too much, and Colin's gonna drop. It's a 2v3 now. Colin's in the spawn. All right, sounds good. And now Pruim is gonna have to try and do his best in this 3-man, but the down smashes forces V out off of 2 KDs. Is gonna be Ving to the opposite side. Leduc ended up dying on the Shy. I haven't seen a Shy die second in my lifetime. That's like the amount of damage this team has is crazy. Also, Aviel just did, or Pruim just did 2 laps of the arena in 2 seconds. Did you just see that?
And and that is the tankiest Shy that exists. He's got Pen Fallen God, so their damage is not to be joked with. True. And something else that we saw like last match and in this match, they have the right strategy. They know that they have to kill the Awakening Megu. In the match that we saw right before this, it's amazing to me that Awakening Megu did not V. He got down to like 15% HP and decided to stand up and not V, and that's actually an extremely good strategy because sometimes that V leads to a sniff that leads to death. It's better if you can stand up and get away. Sometimes a V is like an intentional CC on you, so they just need to get that kill on Aviel. It's their only strat.
4 rounds in now. Aviel, they've managed to get 1 catch on him, but they can just never get the follow-up. And at this point, Aviel says, I don't even care anymore. He's early engaging. They're just all inning, and you can see like there's no CCs coming out. There's no punishes coming out. They managed to get Colin first. He's already down to about 30%. They don't manage to get a full damage combo right there. Now Colin looks like he's hard chasing Aviel. He managed to get the grab. Did Aviel V? Oh, he V'd early. Oh my god, he's going to come out right next to them. They have a really good chance here. He's going to V behind the pillar, trying to go for the snip. They don't manage to get it. They got body blocked by the Shy and all the hit stunner. So Aviel, the one chance they had to pull out around, they're not going to manage to clutch it out. Aviel now playing the mix of it, needs to be careful. Pruim is staying hot on his tails. FTP understands that he needs to go for the peel, so he's staying close as well. As a result, Pruim is going to be forced to disengage, comes back in. Foxfire try to go for the flow, not going to manage to get it. Gets to boomerang by the Shy. Colin's going to be stunned right here. They could go for the secondary follow-up, doesn't have KD on cooldown. Unfortunately, Spiral Cannon seems to be off, so not going to manage to get a follow-up off of FTP. Dashing forward, Lava Piercer tries to go for the weakling hunt, needs to be careful. He's gotten punished 2 to 3 times off of that now. There's going to be a stun on the secondary CC, so he's not going to manage to get any kind of death or high DPS here. Aviel gets caught one more time. It was a stun, no secondary CC. Might have been a CC cap instantly. Needs to be careful. You're going to see Leduc on the ground, so the shy trades are going to be going bad right here. Purum's running low as well, down to about 50%. Looks like they want to go for a reset here on the Insecure side, so they're going to be backing up. 1 minute 30 seconds on the timers. Needs to be careful. Playing in the middle right here. Colin's down to about 40. They might try to stick to him, or they might go for Leduc right here. We can pay attention to the HP timers on the right side, and you can see if Leduc drops low. Seems like he's fine. You're going to have Purum right here. Manage to heal back up to 80%. Colin's still playing in the mix of it. Might need a reset now. Not too sure what his grab cooldowns are. Going to drop a devastation right there. FTP dashed in, try to go for a slow. Not going to manage to get it. Backing up now. Holding off right here. We're going to have a reset right here. 1 minute timers are about to kick in. Get ready for 50% HP right here. You're going to have a double vacuum coming up for FTP. He pops the Mystic 100. That's a big chunker. And as a result, Brooms down to about 20. He's staying on top of him. Alva. So, dude, I actually lost it. Aviel stays close to him. Down to about 10%. He's running low. Backing away 50%. He might just have to V standing, but if he greases it, he might end up dying. Aviel stammed out. Is going to hop to the opposite side. Dude, I actually was going so fast, I lost my voice for a second there. 40 seconds left on the clock right here. Needs to wait. They're going to manage to get a reset here. Colin is still playing really, really close. Sakes is going to dash in. They get a CC on the Sakes. Any chance they get to get a CC on the Sakes, it's important. Aviel died!
Okay.
Colin got a solo kill on Aviel in the middle of all of it. And he gets a second grab. Gets a combo stack up. FTP's on the ground. I don't know if he has enough damage. He's going to try to go for anybody here, but all Vs are available. Looking for it. 20 seconds left. Oh, they're just going to reset it. They're just going to run away. He has no way of catching anybody without the vacuum. Wait, dude, it happened off screen. I'm so sad. They have managed to finally get the kill, though. That is exactly what they've been looking for this entire game, is this kill on the Aviel. Well, Colin's going to pop his V. I'm not too sure if FTP is going to manage to get the find it. No, he won't. And as a result, it will be the first round for Insecure. Wow.
Something that's like really surprising to me so far that I've noticed for 2 rounds in a row is that Sykes has not actually popped his E-buff at the very beginning of the match. It almost seems like their intentional strategy is to maybe wait until HP does tick down a little bit and regroup for an E-buff, but it actually hasn't happened 2 times now in a row. So I'm not sure what they're trying to do with that E-buff, but they really need to strategize that a little bit better because they're leaving a lot of damage and a lot of pressure on the table. They're having a really hard time chipping down the Zerker. You saw he got CC'd plenty of times from the Awakening Megu, and it resulted in nothing. But with a shy E-buff, that actually might result in a V and then a sniff, and that's the end of them. So they need to utilize that a little bit better. You can
Speaking of shy E-buff, Leduc is going to be popping his E-buff really, really early right here. Vacuum came out. It's going to be initial KD. They can get another float right here on the Colin. He's going to lose about 20%. Again, he might have swapped builds into a tankier setup on the ground right here. Aviel, this is what they've been looking for. Bruin came in, got the initial CC, secondary Ancient Wave, forcing the V out of Aviel. They're going to go for the bubble play right here. Yep, V's into the bubble. Really, really good timing right there coming out from Sakes. If he didn't do that, Aviel was 100% dead. So really smart stuff.
Oh my God!
He came out of nowhere, left field, gets an immediate rock smash, and the secondary follow-up on the FTP. Shit. Colin is stepping it up in this game. He said, we're not going out just like this, and we're at least going to make it close. Playing it together, these guys have now 2 rounds back-to-back, managed to kill Aviel first, and it's come down to FTP on the wire. 2 minutes on the clock right here. He needs to get timers down to about 50% HP. Maybe he has enough damage to go for a kill over onto... Okay, never mind. He has absolutely 0 damage. No. Scratch everything I said. maybe for the Nova. I'm not too sure what the build is here for Pruim, so we have to see when he hits him.
Well, FTP has previously in these prior tournament rounds, he's actually been shown to be able to do some damage and has been pretty squishy, but I think he might have swapped up his build here because he is just absolutely frontlining. I think he has been just hoping that Aviel is going to be all of his damage, but with Aviel dying now 2 times in these rounds, he's just got nothing to do here other than potentially run in a corner, swap his build, and wait for 50%. Like that, I don't see a prevailing strategy here. He just doesn't damage anybody right now.
Yeah, I will say that it also was kind of a similar trend in Arena of Solaire, but the later the seasons go on and the meta also for AoA over the past few years, it's turned into, okay, I just need to have enough damage to kill whoever I'm hitting with my teammate. Exactly. I don't care about being able to do solo damage. And the problem is that it results in this.
Some big damage here, actually.
That's probably his 100% he just ended up popping. So now with his 100% Z buff, but this is the Nova Classic. He will be able to full CC reset him here for the next 10 seconds. And as you can see, that's exactly what happens. FTP ends up losing all of his buffs during the long CC duration. So he loses his evasion buff. He's not going to have any kind of DR buffs out. He's going to be a lot squishier. And as a result, he's forced to V and will get sniffed out. And it's just going to be coming down to Sakes right here. They want to kill him fast on purpose here because now they have no bubble cooldown. The longer this round goes, this is why Sakes is trying to stall right now, the more likely he can get his bubble by next round.
That is a strategy that we see Sykes use a lot in AOS. He is like the absolute king of stalling out his buffs. He will oftentimes run off into the distance and he will like literally hide. Like he'll play hide and go seek with his team because those buffs on Shy are so important. Having your bubble up, having your E buff up, having things like your Misty Haze all on very long cooldowns. And those are hugely impactful in these rounds. So you want to extend it as long as physically possible. It's like a worst case scenario popping these things at the end of the round and then losing because now you're at a disadvantage going into it. And not only that, but they're also at a psychological disadvantage here because Aviel has died twice now. Like, they're feeling the stress.
Aviel, I can't imagine what kind of stress he's feeling after getting ran down twice in a row. But to be honest, this man has played AOS for so long. He understands that sometimes this just happens. And I doubt he's going to change too much of his game plan. He's just going to play it slower. He's going to kite out, and he's going to focus purely on the Zerk. This is really going to come down to Colin making bigger plays and just kind of standout grabs onto Aviel, because at this point you can already see he's kiting away permanently. He's staying close to Pyro when he can. Oh, but the Shaibo Mongo is going to get the initial stiffen and the secondary follow. That wasn't even either of them. That was Leduc. That was purely Leduc with an initial catch. And the sniff, actually, no sniff comes out from Pruim. That's a rare no sniff scenario for Pruim. And on Awakening Nova, he gets caught on the follow-up as well. Looks like FTP was there with the vacuum. No. They're going to force the V out of him. And instead it's going to be reverse sniff from absolute hopes to absolute dread. Pruim is dead, is down to Colin P against 3. Initial CC over on Aviel. Oh my god, he had a chance, but he was stuck in devastation. He couldn't get the secondary follow-up. Playing in that predatory hunt, gets grabbed by FTP. The full damage dump is going to come out. Leduc's doing his best to keep him alive. Tries to go for a grab out of the wake-up from with Lava Pierce on Aviel. Ends up missing it. Forced to be around the corner. I don't know if this is going to be possible.
No.
Coming out of his V right here, FTP is going to be there. He's going to manage to have another chance after standing up right here. If they have Misty Haze, they could definitely go for a play. Lava Piercer goes for the Stomp. Weakling Hunt, not going to get punished by the spin. Just a little bit too late. He's going to get slowed by the Mystic, trying to do the best that he can right here. Goes for the Fearsome Tyrant. No connection off of the stun. Dashes back forward.
No.
And the spin came in at the exact same time. He goes for the grab. Caught on the ground. Shy heals are there, though. But the next CC, he's not going to have any kind of shot heals. Oh, the hit stutter. The vacuum comes up. Comes out of Predatory Hunt. Goes for the early landing so he doesn't get grabbed on the really, really predictable ending. And FTP is going to get a grab over in the pillar. The pillar will end up saving him by denying a lot of damage. We're going down to 1 minute. He's getting closer and closer to a timing where he can actually kill somebody, though. So we'll have to see. He might have his 100% as well due to BSRs from the Shy. This is still technically possible. He's solo killed Aviel once before, but Aviel this time around is playing purely to kite. Goes for the grab right there off the WF, is not going to manage to connect. Secondary CC gets the heal off. He's doing his best. He's down 1%. No. He tried to E-buff and he died. Oh, it's so sad.
You know what he actually tried to do there?
Was it a C-buff?
He tried to E-buff and then C-buff for the HP regen, but he just should have left.
Yeah, a little bit of a greed, and it doesn't end up paying off. Armbrows take it cleanly. They lost 2 rounds, but it was off the back of amazing plays coming out from Pruim and Colin. To be honest, though, Armbrows, they played this as clean as they could. 4-2. Congratulations on your win, and congratulations to Armbrows as a total guild.